Hello, this is the Sassy Astro Tarot reading for Gemini for Erica. Um, and so, what we have here is a 12 card spread dealing with each card that ends up in each house of your astrological chart. So, we're going to move on over to your first house, the first card, which is the Feralit, this this beautiful lady right here who's mixing elixirs of magic and wonder. And the first house is this is the card that represents the first house. And here it seems like you are making magic happen. People are watching you heal yourself, be creative, be something of a magical person, as well as somehow managing to help heal others. You found upon a formula that is working, at least it appears to be working to other people at large. So now we're going to move on down to your second house, which deals with finances, self worth, how you value yourself, and how the money that you make reflects that. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So you see a guy here where he's tired, he's worked hard, he's tired, and he wants to rest. And so do you. So basically, what this card is indicating is odds are that you're not making the amount of money that reflects the work that you're doing. And you know this, you feel it, you're well aware of it, and it's stressful. So what this card is recommending to you is that you take a moment and see if you can work smarter, not harder. Like think about how what you're doing that isn't working for you, or what you're doing that may be stressing you out, and that where it feels harder than it needs to be. So moving on to your third house. Third house deals with communications, writings, short trips. Actually like school, but as in getting a certification, not like going to university or anything along those lines. Learning a new language, writing, upping your communication skills in a major way. So when you've got the Two of Wands in this position, he is telling you that you've maybe have been hitting a wall over and over and over again in regards to your communications, how you write, maybe how you interact online, your emails, maybe your mailing lists. You've just been hitting wall after wall after wall. So this card right here is asking you to think outside the box. Whatever's working isn't working for a reason. And this card is telling you that it's time for you to think about what it is that you need to do to be different, to create the kind of space that works for you, to break the rules that you've been clawing away at, perhaps. So this way you can make rules that work for you. This card indicates that get sassy with how you write. If you need to take a certification, do it. If you need to create some kind of maybe certification or online course for yourself on Udemy or Thinkific, maybe this is the time to do it. Just whatever you do in regards to communications, think outside that box, because the tried and true methods just are not working. And we've got the fourth card in your fourth house. You got the High Priest reversed, which quite frankly represents that in regards to your home and family, there's been some upheaval. It seems like everyone's in charge, but nobody's in charge, least of all you. Somehow the control of your home and family situation has just kind of gone by the wayside. So this card indicates that maybe there's some kind of set of rules that have been thrown out the window for a reason, but there has to be a new set of rules and structure in its place. And nobody seems to want to do it. No one seems to want to be the bad guy. This card indicates that you, my dear Gemini, are going to have to be the bad guy here. You're the one that's going to have to, your cooperation and your input and your opinions are really, really what's going to make things work for you. So think about that. Fifth house, Eight of Pentacles. Woo! I like this card here. Fifth house is sex, joy, creativity, children, love, playfulness, being in the spotlight. When you've got the Eight of Pentacles, it means people are watching you and people like what you're doing. People dig you. This is a lot like the first card. We're going to take a quick swoop right back over here. The Feralit, first card, how you appear to be to the world, make magic happen. We're going to swoop right back over here to Eight of Pentacles, which means that people are watching and paying attention to the work that you're doing. You're working hard. You've been earning your bones. And important people notice this. Does it reflect in the pay that you get? Yeah, like before, the second house issue. Maybe not. Maybe not quite yet, but it's coming. I don't want you to think it's not coming, because it's coming. So right back here, you're doing all the hard work, and you are enjoying the work that you're doing. It doesn't feel like a chore. It's hard work, but you like it. It's good. So we're moving on to your sixth house of health, daily habits, and work. We're moving right back into work. So the Eight of Swords reversed here indicates that you have found a formula. Once again, we're going to swoop right back to the first house. Right there, making magic happen. You have found a way, a formula to free yourself. Maybe in regards to like your health and your work and how to make your daily life work for you. You've felt a little lost and trapped by, once again, rules. Rules is a big play here where you've got to break some rules and make your own. And with the Eight of Swords here, it indicates that you are free. Like you've done something that has freed you from feeling trapped. Maybe you've got a prognosis about your health that has given you, freedom sets you, knowledge sets you free. And maybe you're finding a new way of working your life that just works for you. Either way, this is a rather new thing and it feels good and it gives you the kind of freedom that you, quite frankly, need. Queen of Wands in your seventh house of partnerships, open enemies, and alliances. Now, in this position, you have a woman, a creative woman, who is your ally. I don't know if you know this, but she is your ally. But she doesn't really seem like an ally at first, though. That's the thing about her. She's a little rough around the edges. She's a self-made woman, and she's creative, and she's sexual, and she knows her worth. So pay attention to her. If you don't know who she is, maybe keep an eye out for her. Maybe you need to look for her. Maybe this card could indicate you joining some kind of women's association for business, for creativity. Either way, your most powerful partnerships at this point in time will be creative women. Pay attention and don't say no. Alliances are really, it's going to help open up doors for you because you're a little stymied at this point. And now we're moving on to your eighth card in your eighth house of finances, shared resources, sex. The eighth house is also typically known as, it's associated with Scorpio and like le petit mort, like little death when you have an orgasm. So there's a certain level of release that comes with the eighth house, but it's always requires trust from the universe. So you've got the Princess of Pentacles reversed here, which means that there is a financial situation that isn't quite clear. There's some concern about debts being owed. There's some concern about maybe somebody's credit. This card asks you to really, really make sure that the people that you're working with financially are in the clear, and that more importantly, that you're in the clear. If you've got any tax issues, think about that. Pay attention to that. Make sure that if you're owed any money, like just go through all of your accounts and make sure that all of your accounts are settled up and that you have all the money you should be getting and that you've paid off anything you should be paying off. Ninth house, ninth card, Prince of Wands reversed. The ninth house deals with travel, but like big epic travel, like Odyssey type travel. Learning, this is where like you would go to university, but big mind expansion experiences. And actually the ninth house also deals with like publishing, internet work, energy work. So you've got the Prince of Wands reversed here, which indicates maybe you've got a block, maybe a younger man or a younger person who at first seemed to be all gung-ho. Maybe this was even you, but the energy has kind of waned. So basically now is not quite the time for the expansion that you need. Now you've got to kind of like go back and streamline your situation, streamline what's going on, kind of get focused and see what needs to happen next rather than push forward. Now, moving on to the 10th 10th card in the 10th house. The 10th house deals with ambition, your work, how people see you, how who you are in the major scheme of things. Like, are you a mover or are you a shaker? Things like that. So here you've got the Five of Pentacles reversed. Five of Pentacles, when it's upright, is typically a pretty dismal card. It's a card of sadness, of failure, of crying, of like making bad decisions. But when it's reversed, this indicates that you have completely learned from your mistakes, that you're ready to push forward, that you're taking your time and kind of giving yourself a do-over in regards to your career, how you present yourself, your ambition, how you work, how you handle your ambition. So you've learned your lessons, and now the cards are like telling you that, you know, once you finish really absorbing all that you need to know from your previous maybe like mishaps or failures, you'll be able to push forward in a much more positive way. 11th house, Nine of Pentacles. The 11th house deals with your community online and in real life, but most importantly online actually. And this is kind of a philanthropic place in your chart. It's where you have your crew, your clan, your people, your friends. And Nine of Pentacles is you have something satisfactory, but you want more. You want to have better friendships, better alliances, better community. You are respected for what you're doing, but it's time to move forward. It's time to take that next step. It's time to up level in regards to your community. Your 12th house, 12th card, Eight of Wands, means that you are busy fighting your inner demons. It is a task. You are fighting them, man. But it's good. It's good that you're fighting them, because that's how come you're having the success of making magic happen and how people see you, learning your hard lessons in regards to career and business, learning how to make your own way and how you communicate with people. So the eight of wands means that you're fighting a battle for your life, for your spiritual and for your mental health. And this is all good. This is where really it's all going to start. The harder you fight against these demons and these things are like working against you, or the way that you might sabotage yourself, is the way that you'll be able to kind of win. Where you'll be able to get the money that you know that you deserve to have your home situation not be stressful or chaotic, to have your health and finances line up and work in a way that works for you, to have the kind of alliances that you need to have once again, have the financial freedom that you need to be able to make the kind of expansion that you desire. It all comes back to here, the Eight of Wands. Struggle, like just fighting, but it's not a shadow boxing. It's a fight, and it's a fight that you're making, that you're enthusiastic about, and you know it. And it's exciting stuff for you at this point. And this right now is what is going to set you free. So pay attention to dreams that you have, insights that come up to you, anything along those lines. Pay attention. I would suggest do a dream journal, but I feel like you'll have better insights the busier you are. Like the kind of things like you'll be vacuuming your apartment or your house, and you'll get some kind of insight on some kind of old behavior that's working against you, that's sabotaging you. So really pay attention to what's going on internally. All right, so to sum it up, you have made great strides. You are learning your lessons from any previous mistakes. You are doing your best to think outside the box. But really, what the cards are asking you to do is really take control. This is a time for you to completely take control of your life, your vision, and where you're going next. Take some time to get clear about what it is that you want, and to get clear about what any blocks you may be experiencing. So know you're on the right path. You're doing the things that you need to be doing. And don't panic. Don't worry. You're on the right path. All right. So I hope this reading brought you comfort and enlightenment and help. And I hope everything is well, and blessed be.